So, guys, I believe most of us have been following this Nnamdi Kanu's case. So, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer have a message for all of us, and I think it's best we watch it together. So, I'll see you guys in a minute as we watch this video.
Okay, yes, we just finished a matter with respect to Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government. So, you recall that we filed appeal against the judgment given by Honorable Justice Binta Nyako, one, rejecting his bail, two, refusing to declare jurisdiction. So we filed the appeal in this court of appeal. So and federal government on their own, they never care to file a response. But in order to frustrate the matter, in order to delay it the more, so that Nnamdi Kanu will suffer the more in the prison, they served us their counter yesterday. So we responded quickly and filed this morning. But the judge said that they needed time to look at all we filed for them to hear it. So we are given 17th day of October to come and hear the entire appeal, and we believe that the judge will see reason with us, and the judges will see reason with us, and grant our prayers and set aside those rulings and the judgment given by Honorable Justice Binta Nyako Federal High Court for Nnamdi Kanu, who never committed anything, to have his freedom. So that is the position. So thank you. We'll continue to give you updates. Thank you.
You are aware of the activities of terrorists in this country. You are aware of persons who have been negotiating with terrorists without the brief of government. And they see these terrorists all the time. You are aware of those who find themselves in the same agitation Nnamdi Kanu was involved in. Today, everybody is free, walking freely on the street. Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. The Ohaneze Ndi Igbo president, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, has called for him to be handed over to him. Sam Bazuli came before he passed on. He also called for the boy to be released to him. A lot of people have spoken during Buhari. But President Buhari, due to ancient hatred, decided to keep him and castrate him. Recently, the 5 governors came together for the first time after a long time to call for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. I don't know what he did that he should still be there when others are out of prison, out of detention. He merely agitated like others. They had to hijack him in Kenya and brought him here. But the truth still remains that ever since he has been in there, he has denounced all the insecurities, activities that were imported into the Southeast just to make that place uncomfortable. And little thing, it will be attacked to his IPOB. When the prison was attacked, they said it was IPOB. We came first to say no, because all the names involved in those activities at that time were not from that part of the country. So what happened? They had to start recruiting locals, urchins, people without education, without skill. They are now the one doing the operation for them. And then Nnamdi Kanu has said severally in court that, look, that he has no hand even in this. On Mondays in the East, there's no activity. So we are calling for the president to release him. But if you don't want to release him, bring him to Ego Square. Let's use him for barbecue. Let his enemies come and eat from it so that we can close this chapter. There is no reason why Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison or in detention. See, first of all, I will not respond to the first one in detail because of the source you are quoting. You see, there are people that will talk in this country, I don't waste my time talking about them. The basis is because Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. There are other freedom fighters in Nigeria who were involved in even worse things, but are free today. Nnamdi Kanu was to be killed in his home when he was on bail. He escaped. And that was the point the Supreme Court mentioned, that he did not join bail. Even his rendition is illegal and unconstitutional. So if everybody that have been involved in the past are free on the streets, even Nigerians who meet terrorists on daily basis claiming to negotiate with them for some governments are free, and you don't term those people terrorists, why are you calling Nnamdi Kanu terrorists? Has he met any terrorists? You see, Nigeria is a society that things don't go the same way, different strokes for different people. Nnamdi Kanu's case, I have said it. It was that ancient hatred by Buhari against the people of the Igbos. I'm not saying it because I'm Igbo. If it has affected other tribes, I will say it. And I'm not ashamed of saying it. President Buhari had ancient hatred against the Igbos. And that was why he incarcerated him. Others were free. Now we have another president who can see things better than President Buhari. And that's why we are calling on him to look at the issue passionately. And there's no basis for him to be there. For how many years? 4 or 5 years? And the trial is not going on. And who in the Southeast has come to plead for him, even during President Buhari? He was just smiling it off. We don't bother about him. We knew his position. But we have a new president. That's why we're saying he should be released. And if you don't want to release him, I added, if you don't want to release him, let's use him as barbecue in Ego Square. Let his haters come and take a pinch of his meat so that we can close that chapter perpetually.
You know, I keep on saying these things as if it's one-sided. That Nnamdi Kanu, that there are a lot of people that did or that is doing what he's doing or what he did. But Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention and those people are not in prison. We have so many people that have come out for this agitation and they are not in prison. They are free, walking on the streets. But why is Nnamdi Kanu still in custody? Like, hear what he said. It's because of the old hatred Buhari had with Nnamdi Kanu that made him to arrest him, despite him not being charged of anything. But I think I would like you guys to all hear what this man say. And I'll see you guys in a minute.
Off with this news that broke a few hours ago. Nigeria's appeal court dropping all charges against the separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu after ruling that he had been illegally arrested abroad. The court also ruled that his extradition had been illegal. What's your assessment of that?
Yeah, thank you, Charles. I think it's a good day for Nigeria. It's a good day for rule of law. If you read the judgment, the appeal court is very clear that if you want to prosecute someone, you must follow the law. Because the essence of prosecution is to establish the law, follow the law. But bringing somebody illegally, the federal government disobey Nigerian local laws, disobey international law. We have treaty with Kenya, we have with Great Britain. If they want to try Nnamdi Kanu, there are legal process they should have followed to bring him in. You don't just go and kidnap him. So, and in law, we say that you cannot put something on nothing. Since the process through which he was brought into Nigeria was flawed, there is no way the trial could have continued in the first instance. So I think the court deserves to be commended. We've always called for rule of law, and today the appeal court has upheld rule of law, and they send clear signal to the government that they will not allow such illegality. Yeah, if government wants to be mischievous, they will go to Supreme Court. But if they want to obey the rule of law, I think they should free him. They should heal the warning of the judges. It's it's quite interesting. They just come short of calling out the Attorney General of the Federation. That as the first chief law officer of the nation, he is in a better position to advise the government that you don't do that. You don't just go and, we are not in a banana republic. That is the message. And If they are still going to go to Supreme Court and believing that what they did is wrong, that would be a shame, really.
But
So-
will they still hold him if they go to the Supreme? I mean,
well-
given today's judgment, is he likely to be freed and then, you know, be sort of asked to return to court, or will he still be held if they appeal against this?
Well, from my experience as correspondent who have seen the court for long, I know the tactics employed by law enforcement agency. They want to hold him while they are appealing, even though there is no order of court that said they should. Because ordinarily, like we see in the case of ASU and the federal government, they will need to apply for stay of execution of that judgment while they are on appeal. And even once that has not been granted, they ought to free him, but they will go to court and say, look, if we free him, he might still be a danger to society,
Right.
and therefore they are not likely to free him. But like Prof said, I think it's a political issue, and I think this judgment provides both the agitator and the government an opportunity to politically resolve this matter. I mean,
Nnamdi Kanu is even free of charge, because I believe that if you want to arrest someone like that, at least arrest him with respect. Nnamdi Kanu is a man that we all know that should be respected. But the government took him as if he's just a mere animal. Because these people to blame in this thing is our governors in the Southeast. Because two people that planned this arrest, Hope Uzodinma and late Senator Ifeanyi, we are all involved in the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu because of political ambition. So an IPOB member that already had a meeting with Hope Uzodinma and Ifeanyi in Kenya, that the man resides in Kenya, now called Nnamdi Kanu that there is a meeting by the IPOBs organized in Kenya that he should come. So he now came for the meeting. That was where he was arrested by the Kenyan government, which Nigeria government paid almost billions of naira to Kenya so that they can release him to them. And then people, some Eastern governors also had to bring, I say about 500 million also to give the Kenya so that they can bring Nnamdi Kanu to the Southeast. This was how Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, with the plot of the same IPOBs, the same people that Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for. We are the same people that planned his arrest and his kidnapping. Same people in the Southeast. But this video of watch, let me know what you think about the video in the comment section, and then I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. See you guys until my next video.